So, how do you share information throughout your team so that everybody knows how things work and what the process is to get to the finish line? Let's talk about it. Hey, so I'm here with Zach, one of the developers here at the team, and we've done a lot of pairing with each other in the past. And we've explained this process in another video, but I want to walk through and really deep dive into that and show you what that would look like in an example. So with the pairing, it really addresses a specific problem.
Yeah, so lots of times when we're working, especially now that we're working remote, it can start to feel like the information that we have is kind of on an island, and lots of times it doesn't end up getting shared with other teammates.
Yeah, so with that being the problem, a solution is that you're able to spread information throughout your team and have a consistent workflow that's just provided to every team member that they can follow and everyone understands how they work together.
So a great way to start pairing is to think of a task that you'd eventually like to hand off to someone else, and then think of the person on the team who would be the best fit for that, and you can train them on it.
Yeah, so you can delegate, or if it's just an important task, something that you can hand off, but have it be a workflow that's consistent throughout the entire company. How do you spread information throughout your team? One example is we had a cybersecurity company we were dealing with a big application that we had built, and we had to change the way the data was passed to our application. This is a nerdy example, coding related, but we spent a good day with each other pairing on how we're going to solve that. What were we doing?
Yeah, so we just had so much data that we were handling, and it's the type of thing that we really wanted to get right on the first pass. So what we did is we kind of took inventory of everything that we had, and then we decided what we wanted to do with it. And the great thing about that was that I was putting in ideas, and then Chance was putting in ideas, and really we ended up saving time in the long run.
Yeah, one decision was agreed upon, and we also knew how to help that project going forward because we had both made those decisions together. We feel like the best way to go forward is to show you an example. Let's do it.
So for one example, we wanted to come up with the best spaghetti recipe to start marketing. And so I just went blank.
All right, let's get to work. We've got a setup here to pair on a piece of software that helps students go through coursework. Zach is remote at the moment, and then we'll switch in between these two user stories. So a user story is talking about the user, the problem that they have, and why we are solving that problem. And that helps the people doing the work, whether it's the designer or the developer, just understand what they're solving. What is the reason we need to do this work? And so the first one, I'm going to take the driving position, and Zach's going to help talk me through some of it as we go. So as a student, want to watch a video so I can complete a lesson. All right, so Zach, here I've got the user story. As a student, want to watch a video so that I can complete a lesson.
Yeah, so I think something that would be helpful would be to point out that it's a requirement. So it's not necessarily, the student may not, even if they don't want to watch the video, they have to watch the video to complete the lesson.
Okay, so a required video so I can complete a lesson. Does that fit?
Yeah.
Okay. So in pairing, sometimes you might switch every 25 minutes or something like that, or you can switch in between tasks. And in this case, it's pretty quick, so we're going to go and do a switch.
So now that Chance has taken a shot at it, I'm going to go ahead and start driving for a little bit. And that's the great thing about pairing, is that you get to swap off and everyone gets to take a chance at it, while the other person can critique them or tell them different improvements that they can do. So for this example, teachers need to be able to view class progress of their students. So, as teacher, want view class progress. What would you say the so for that is, Chance?
So the teacher can view or help students as needed.
Okay. Teachers can help students as needed. Okay. So that's how you pair. And the great thing about that is me and Chance are both be able to point out different ways that maybe how we worded something wouldn't be clear to someone else. But then since someone else is sitting there who doesn't live in my head, they are able to point out what might not be clear to someone else. So a great way to go ahead and get started on this week is think of a task, and it can either be an important one that you'd like to get done on the first time, or it can be one that you would eventually like to hand off to a coworker. And then think of someone who would be a good fit, and then pair together. And then afterwards, get back to us and let us know how it went.
It needs to be funny.